So here's one last look at camp before it gets too dark to film anymore. As you can see, the cars are right there, so it's noisy, but I think I'll be concealed. My fire should be concealed from their view, and even if they see my fire, who cares? I'm not doing anything wrong, just camping. So I've got a big stack of firewood right there. Gathered it from about as far as I had time to walk away. Hopefully that'll be enough. I haven't processed any of it really. Just gonna try to let the fire digest that as we go through the night. Hopefully I don't have to do too much work, but if I do need to come out here and bang some of those over the log and break them down a bit smaller, that's just fine. Got a pretty good supply of small sticks nearby as well that are dead and dry. I left those intact. They'll be good to have in the morning, or if I need them in the night, I can come out with my headlamp and find them. And also this big deadfall log here, this big old cottonwood. It's got some nice branches towards the end there that you can probably see, and they're nice and dead and dry. So I've got no shortage of firewood hanging around, and I don't think it's going to take a lot to heat that shelter. It's actually a pretty mild night for a Hey, we have fire. So this tinder is a mix of the birch bark that I picked up earlier and some cottonwood bark. Also a really excellent tinder. So that was kind of easy. Let's see if we can get it going. I feel like I'm in a little cave here. It's a pretty neat little shelter. Not being very gentle with my fire, but fortunately birch bark is pretty forgiving, so I think we'll be okay. I made a little rock ring here inside the shelter, so that'll prevent the fire from traveling. That's its main goal here, so I don't burn my blankets or it doesn't roll down the hill and burn my gear or anything like that. So I'm starting to think that this might be the most comfortable bushcraft or survival or winter camp that I've ever made. Time to get some food made here. You know, I know there's cars blaring by in the background and trucks and trains and everything, but this is great. I'm enjoying every second of this. Just gonna make myself some dinner right now. It doesn't take much of a fire at all to heat this shelter, despite the fact that it's probably around freezing outside, if not a little below. I've dropped a couple layers, and I'm preparing food right inside the shelter because honestly I'm not worried about animals this time of year. The only thing that's out there be maybe coyotes, and they won't hurt me. Nothing else is gonna care about the food that I'm cooking. Split the thigh and the drumstick. And just split the drumstick down once. It's kind of tough maneuvering inside this shelter. I don't have a lot of space to swing, and I'm laying down here, so anyways, we got it done. There we go, we got the vegetables in there now. the chickens in there. We'll do something else with the rest of this. But for now, we just need to get it onto the fire and get it boiling somehow. Gotta figure that one out yet. Alright, I put this camp knife to good use. It is exactly what it says. This is a camp knife. So, the last thing that I need to do with this chicken here is to stuff up the piece with the breasts. Taking off the wings and the legs and everything. I've got a soup boiling over here with legs. Got wings hanging over the fire right there. That'll be a nice little snack for me. They're just salt and pepper wings. And the breasts I'm going to let slow cook, maybe even all night. And we'll deal with them tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow's lunch on the river. So all I got for seasoning with me right now is salt and pepper. It's got this handy little MSR salt and pepper shaker. Works really well. Carries a decent little amount. That'll coat it up. Okay. Now what I got ready to go here is apples and onions. Cut them all up, and I'm just going to stuff them into this chicken. One whole apple, and probably about a quarter of an onion or so. Let's see if we can get all that in there. This is the funniest wilderness camping situation I've ever been in. You know, eating like a king and vehicles roaring by in the background. It's comical. But oh well. Alright. Tin-foiled up that bad boy. And we'll get that sitting close to the fire. I'll probably leave it till morning. Anyways, got to go rinse off the knife now. And my soup, got some chicken noodle soup mix, about a half a package. So that has bouillon and noodles in there, as well as the carrots and celery. So, man, I can't wait till something finishes here. I'm getting hungry. Okay, here's a progress update. This is working out awesome. Check this out. This is my chicken soup. Just put the quartered up leg in there. It's cooked up perfectly. Absolutely perfect. And the vegetables have all softened up nicely. Half a pack of chicken noodle soup mix was the right amount for flavoring and everything. So I'm really looking forward to digging into that. I got the wings. They're still on the go. I'm sure they're done. They're just kind of slow cooking. I'll pick at those whenever I feel like it. And the chicken breast parts are still on the back burner. They're slow cooking. So yeah, this worked out well. You guys probably laugh and say, well, you know, you spend so much money on your boat and your knife. Why do you cook in a coffee can? I've heard that one a few times before. And to be honest with you, I can't explain it. A coffee can with a little bit of snare wire on it, or whatever you got, baling wire, rebar wire, just works great. And it costs me nothing. And I can throw it away, and it's lightweight. I know there's better options out there, but I just haven't had a problem with this type of setup.
so I don't mind continuing to use it. And then if it ever gets scorched or anything, no sweat, you know, just get another one. So that's my take on that anyways. Now I'm going to dig into some chicken soup here. Well, I'm sick of listening to the traffic. I want to get back on the water, so just going to take a quick look at where I spent the night. This was a great shelter. It worked out absolutely perfect. I just used my life jacket as a pillow, and my rain poncho is all that I had on the ground. And sleeping so close to the fire, I didn't need anything. No insulating pad, no tree branches, nothing. I just maintained that fire all night. I could reach out the door and grab my firewood. Still got quite a bit left. That's always a good policy. And the smoke drafted nicely through the hole in the roof of the shelter, so 100% happy with that. One of the best night sleep I've had out in the wild. Well, as wild as this is anyways. Alright. Yeah. Well, I always use a life jacket. I have a hard time picturing rapids on this river, but I guess that's the point of the sign. I guess this is probably the rapids that sign was warning me to look out for. Doesn't look like much of anything to me, at least not this time of year, so never hurts to jump out and take a quick look anyways whenever there's lively water. This is no big deal by any stretch, but hey, since I'm out of the boat, looks like a good time for some footage. Well, it's lunchtime. I think I'm gonna do lunch out here on the water. What I got here is that chicken breast that I cooked up last night by the fire. It's been riding inside my jacket in this bag that is in between my legs, and I've been feeling the heat coming out of this all morning while I've been boating here. And it's worked out really good. It's fantastic. It's provided me with a lot of heat straight into my femoral arteries, which of course is running through the inside of my legs there. So that's great. I've been nice and toasty warm thanks to lunch. Oh, it smells good. Got onion and apple in there. Oh, yeah, how's that for a nice chunk of steaming hot chicken? That's good. Yeah, one chicken goes a long ways on a camping trip like this. So I'm going to dig in here a bit. I'm just going to keep on covering some ground. Got to get to my pickup spot. I'm starting to get near to a bigger city, so I'm getting into more and more houses, and of course still by the highway, so the scenery's not fantastic, I guess. But what I'm getting at, I suppose, is that this might be the end of it for us here. I'm just gonna keep going, eat my lunch, and go home. So stop filming here unless something really exciting comes up. But anyways, thanks for tagging along on this little adventure. See you on the next one.